Peggy, if you could be known for only one thing, what would it be?
The support of having families learn about money and taking the step to become financially free.
And
That's
what is
why
the
I
greatest?
started the business. That's why I started this business. I want people to, it's what I want. I'd like the ones that want it too, to report in.
Yeah. Yeah, money's a tool. We should use it right. I love that quote from you,
Exactly.
by the way. I'm gonna ask you for a quote. So if you don't have one handy, I guess we can just pull that out again. What's the greatest lesson in leadership you've learned as an entrepreneur?
Listen, listen to what other people have to say.
And what personal characteristic has been most pivotal to your success?
Personal characteristic. Oh, persistence and integrity.
Yeah,
I don't let it go. When, I mean, things,
good. Yeah,
hey,
right,
run a
right.
roller coaster, right? You got to
Yeah.
be persistent and you can't let things go.
I love it. Well, I think the integrity helps with that too, because there are
Huge.
down times, and when you have that integrity, you ride those out a lot differently than people who take shortcuts. Well, I always like to juxtapose my most serious question with the most whimsical. So these are my random question cards. Just tell me when to stop cutting the deck, and
Oh,
I'll ask
stop,
the question.
stop. There
All
you
right,
go.
all right. Top question is, what is your favorite song to play in the car?
Oh, a particular song. I love listening to jazz.
Ooh,
And I don't have a particular jazz. Um, God, I don't know. I love so much music.
okay.
I can't, I don't have a particular favorite.
That's good. Well, hey, I love jazz myself. My wife and one of her best friends just arrived in town from Texas today. I can hear her downstairs. We're going to go to Harrison Speakeasy tonight in
Hmm.
Clinton Township. What is that? Not Clinton Township. Never mind. Forget it. Harrison Township. And it's a beautiful place. Love jazz, love live music. Yeah, if you out here in Metro Detroit, that's the place to go on a Monday night. So yeah,
Okay.
love it. I love jazz fans.
Well, I
So
did tell you about that book that I'm writing, and I want to put in one of the. I love cabaret. I love the cabaret part of cabaret, the
yes,
movie, and I've been to the live show cabaret, which is just way better than the movie. But the song "Money" in
yeah,
cabaret is just so much fun, so much fun. And
love
then
it.
there's, oh, what is that group that did Money also?
Oh, that's funny because I was about to say I love ABBA, and I don't know how this is going to play. I think it's a little more cynical, but I love that song by ABBA, "Money, Money, Money." Is that the one you're thinking?
It's not ABBA, but they're always fun too. It's dang, I thought of it this morning too.
Not unless you're thinking of oh, I can't even say it. Who's the one
It's
that
a,
people
it's a
smoke to?
group of Pink
Pink
Floyd.
Floyd. Yeah, I was
Yeah,
trying to
Pink
say it
Floyd.
gently. Smoked to. Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
money,
cool.
money.
Yeah, and that's not that money so, but it's just the way that they do the music. Besides
Yeah,
Pink Floyd's, I love Pink Floyd. Doesn't
yeah,
matter what they play.
yeah. Total classic. Total
Yeah.
classic.
Well, I like classics. Yeah, because I that's not classic for me. I grew up with it. It's like big bands for my parents.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, classic for you, but not for me.
I grew up with it a little bit. They were in a different phase, the soaring guitar solo phase when I was in school. So, what's a tip or trick that investors can implement in their businesses today?
Um, Understand what's going on in the economy around you. Your economy might be different than somebody else's economy. Don't compare your economy to somebody else's. We have a lot of, we'll say, Californians that went to Houston, went to Tennessee, went to Ohio, and thought that they were buying something really cheap compared to California, rather
Yeah,
than looking at what the price is in and what it costs to start a business in those particular states. So they have really hurt the economy. of those particular states. So I think it's real, and all that does is put them in that same situation they thought they were getting out of. So
Yeah,
really, do
100%. I
your due
talk to a lot of
diligence.
California investors who say, I love the cap rate on this deal. You can't buy this in California. And,
So
I'm from the Midwest, and I do think the Midwest is a great place to invest in, particularly now. But that doesn't mean that just because the cap rate is high, I mean, I want to get into finance here. This is supposed to be the lightning round, but I mean we all know what a high cap rate means. That means that the market thinks that it's iffy, that it's dangerous. So watch out. If you're from California, don't just buy something because on paper it cash flows like crazy.
yeah, well, then you gotta look at the pro forma and make sure that it meets properly out of the trailing 12. Well, we didn't used to do just a trailing 12. We used to look at 2 years before we would go in. Now they're looking at trailing 12. They get less information. I don't know if things have changed, so we have to be even more careful before we say yes on any kind of an opportunity, because they don't look at the same things we used to look at. And people think 4% in California is okay, but frankly, up until 2000 on an A-class property, we were getting an 8% turnkey return, whereas in a property we needed to do a lot of work, we were getting like a 13 cap, but we had to do the work. Well, I'll take a 13 cap any day and do all the work, because I know I can turn that into 15 or 18.
I love it. Voice of experience, ladies and gentlemen. Listen, can you name a book that's helped to forge you as a leader, entrepreneur, or investor? And tell us why.
Well, several. One of them is Think and Grow Rich, The Millionaire Next Door, The Madness of the Crowd, and Acres of Diamonds, just off the top of my head.
Love it. Yes. One of the most interesting sermons I've ever read, The Acres of Diamonds. Fascinating books. Love all those suggestions. And can you send us out with a quote to help forge our listeners as leaders and entrepreneurs?
Sure. Listen to Warren Buffett and follow Rule 1 and Rule 2.
Oh,
Rule
okay, Peggy,
1
tell us
is,
what's rule number one.
rule number 1 is don't lose money. And rule number 2 is look at Rule 1. And don't
Yes,
forget, there's also Rule 6.
which
You know
is?
Rule 6?
I'm afraid to say, but I think I might know. What is rule 6?
Rule 6 is get over yourself.
Okay. Love it. Love it. Yes. Yes. I feel like I'm sitting at Jimmy John's. Next time you go there, ladies and gentlemen, look, I think they've got 20 great quotes from Warren Buffett. But anyway, love it, love it, love it. Want to make sure that all the right people reach out to you. So obviously, if you are one of the top operators in the space, or if you are a limited partner looking to be paired with some of the greatest operators in the space, I would imagine those people should reach out to you. Anybody else that you would particularly like to be matched up with as a result of today?
I'd like to meet some more family offices that really want to grow and want to be very careful about what they're investing in. Family offices, and then I would also like to meet some families that really want their whole family generations to learn more about money so that they can eventually become a family office.
Beautiful. And that's actually how I was going to end it. I was going to say, Peggy, still working on building my wealth. And when I found that family office, I think you're going to be my first call.
Okay, good.
All right,
Good,
awesome.
good,
Just want to
good.
make sure people know how to reach out to you. What's the best way to reach out to Peggy Beaureguard?
Well, how about my email address, which is peggy@thenesteggbuilder.com. That's the best way. And you can always get me through the website also, which is thenesteggbuilder.com. There's a place you could sign up there
Beautiful. And I want to thank
and
you.
attend our shows. Come attend our shows.
Yes, do it. Do it. It's always a fun group you get together. And I just want to thank you warmly for coming down here today to share your knowledge and experience with our audience. Thank you, Peggy.
It was fun. Thank you so much. It's such an honor, George. I'm so happy to be.
Likewise, always an honor to talk to you.
Thank you.